Hello Pisces, and welcome to your May 2021 astrological chat. And thank you so much for joining me on my channel, Gift of Astro Gab. So let's look at May. A general overview. I see it's been pretty relaxing, pretty, I wouldn't say like perfect, but it has been, it's been pretty pretty good the first half of the month. Even astrologically, it looks like that. I mean, it matches what we've been seeing. Now, around the middle of the month, we start seeing some waves, some action, because there's shifts coming. We have shifts in the world, and we see that already. But there's also, and there's stuff has been happening already in the world, and as well as our lives. And it is a year of huge shifts. So towards the end of the month, we start, especially the last 10 days, I would say, they're very eventful. They seem, there's a lot of excitement as well. So, it's their moments of growth and excitement, and the first half of the month gives us a lot of great energy and recuperation from April as well, to continue growing and changing and having all that excitement. Anyway, so with that, let's get into your May day-to-day. Okay, Pisces, so on May 2nd, to start off the month, we have Mercury in Taurus trining Pluto in Capricorn. This is between your 3rd and your 11th house. In your 3rd house, there is this mercurial energy, this communicative, this fast-moving, this, a lot of vacillating here and there energy. And it's flowing very well from your 3rd house of the communication. And you're moving around. You probably have like a bit of restless leg syndrome kind of thing. You want to move around and go here and there, run errands, and it's actually working very well in your 11th house with Pluto and Capricorn, transforming that. You might be very social, visiting, with obviously all the right precautions and taking good care of yourself. Visiting friends or large groups of friends or organizations, whether it's online or in person, you're probably communicating a lot with them in general, and it's helping you transform the relationships you have with big groups of friends or online platform friends and communications you have there. So that's really nice. Now on the 2nd as well, you have Venus, loving, beneficial Venus, sextiling, and it's a beneficial working aspect as well as the trine that I just explained. And that's to Neptune and Pisces in your 1st house. So Venus and Taurus, as I said, sextiling Neptune and Pisces between your 3rd and your 1st house is again communications. You're getting like a lot of love in communications, a lot of benefits in your communications, and it's helpful for you. It's helping you reimagine yourself. It's giving you new perspective on you. It's how you see yourself. So that's looking very good. And on the 3rd, May 3rd, we have at 10:49 p.m. Eastern Time, which is 7 p.m. Pacific Time, we have Mercury entering Gemini in your 4th house. Now, before I get into that, earlier that day, Mercury was in Taurus in your 3rd house, squaring Jupiter in Aquarius in your 12th house. So there was this dialogue and probably a need for balance and resolution between your communications, and the expansion that's happening spiritually for you. So, you've probably learned a lot of things in your spiritual life, in your meditations, and maybe you've needed to expand your own time. And there was this like friction before Mercury entered Gemini. This just friction in your communications correlating with that spiritual life, you know. So I think you are working through that, and it's working out. So a good way to do that is also meditation, because that's communication working with spirituality. So you might want to meditate that day, and that's going to help your communications with everybody. Now, on the same day, Sun in Taurus, there's a lot of vitality coming in that third house. It's squaring Saturn Aquarius in your 12th. So here there's like a vitality in your communication. You're like, how do I translate it into structuring, my spiritual life, structuring what time is good to meditate and expand upon that, because it seems like you really want to do that. Or, you could say, oh, I have all this energy, let's take a walk in nature, or walk in nature with a friend, and that gives you spiritual fulfillment and helps all your communications. So that's another way to remedy and to get that working for you. And now on May 5th, going back to May 3rd real quick, Mercury entering Gemini quickly goes into your house of family and home. So you're getting that Mercury loving being in Gemini being very beneficial for your home and your family life. All right, so May 5th on Cinco de Mayo, happy Cinco de Mayo, by the way, at 1:13 a.m., which is Eastern time, and that's 12 p.m., 10 p.m., May 4th, Pacific time, we have Jupiter quintiling Uranus. That's between your 12th and 3rd house. Now, Jupiter is expansive. You're wanting to expand that spiritual life, that deeply creative life. Maybe you're having an urge to travel very long distances, overseas, or, things like that. Things that are like 12th house. You might want to expand take a retreat or something. And it's kind of like in a quintile is kind of like an anxious but excited energy, like right before you take an action, with Uranus in your 3rd house. So there's revolution happening in your house of communication. There's new ways you want to communicate, and all this spirituality, all this like inner life expansion is like really wanting to harmonize with that and communicate with people in a better way and in new ways. And you have all this exciting energy, and I say, hey, do it. You know what I mean? It's Cinco de Mayo. Let's just go for it, Pisces. Now, on the 6th, Venus in Taurus is trining Pluto in Capricorn. That's very beneficial, free-flowing energy of ease there's like this loving energy coming from your communications, from interactions, like day-to-day interactions with friends. 3rd house is just day-to-day commerce and interactions and communications with anyone. And it's very beneficial for this transformation with Pluto and Capricorn happening in your 11th house. So yes, with friends, there's a lot of, I would say, healing and transformation happening between your communications with friends. And it's happening in a very loving way around this time. Yes, like I said, on May 6th at 1:33 p.m. Eastern time, which is 10 a.m. May 6th Pacific time, we have the North Node, and it's sextiling Chiron. The North Node in your 4th house is like a sense of destiny, a sense of purpose in that family life, and it's really working well with some kind of healing that's going on in your financial life, some kind of healing going on in your values, the way you value things, your literal material values. You could be adding to your home. You could be working with great inspiration to add to your home. And in a way, I see here too, the purpose you have in your home to maybe, I don't know if you're changing it or if whatever you're doing there, this sense of purpose that your home's giving you is healing you internally and giving you more value for yourself, and for maybe even bringing more value to your home, like material value or financial value. That's May 6th. And on May 8th, we have at 4:51 a.m., which is Eastern time, and that's 3 to 1:51 a.m. Pacific time, we have the asteroid Ceres entering Taurus, and that's in your 3rd house. This is, there's mythology behind this, and asteroid Sirius is associated to agriculture and kind of like spring coming out of winter time, this bountiful growth, this nurturing growth, and seeing spring come in to that third house, which is your communications. Where we saw that theme maybe just a week earlier, and there's more benefit to it here. You're getting more nurturing there. So that's beautiful. And on May 8th, again, later that night, at 10:01 p.m. Eastern Time, and that's 7 p.m. Pacific Time, we have beautiful, loving, nurturing, beneficial planet Venus entering Gemini. It loves to be here. I mean, it's like coming in from Taurus, where it's, it's in its domicile, but it's just like, it's like flowing, it's meditating, it's like on a cloud, it's like in the field, running in the grass. But in Gemini, it comes alive, and it's like a social butterfly. It's really, really excited and happy. And that's in your fourth house. So you could be, thinking of, I want to visit family. I want to spruce up the home, and I have a lot of energy in the home and energy with my family, that kind of thing. It's very wonderful. Now, on the 11th, you have Mars entering Cancer, Mars in Cancer, sextiling Uranus in Taurus. That's between your fifth and your third house. So you have this nurturing coming from within, this beautiful nurturing action benefiting this revolution happening in your communicative houses, or like a job you have that has to do with like day-to-day interactions or commerce, that's really benefiting from this creative nurturing action that you take probably every day. And it's helping to revolutionize that. And the way you communicate is really benefiting some kind of creative action you're taking this new way. Now, on May 11th at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, which is noon Pacific Time, a new moon in Taurus. It rhymes. It's just, I'm sorry. It's the end of the day, and I'm like, yeah, thanks for tuning in and keeping up with me. So let's continue. This new moon in Taurus in your third house, you're planting and probably planning new seeds of intention in your communications. You want to communicate with people. You're like, okay, I'm going to go communicate with this person, with this possibly family member or friend or whatever. And I just want to set a new tone for our communications in general, that kind of thing. Or maybe a new route to work, or you want to explore like new venues or whatever. Gemini, it's kind of like third house is like, it's kind of represented by Gemini, so it's like has those feels. It's like exchanges with people, and it's like also deals with automotive and stuff like that. So maybe you want to like buy a new car or something like that, and you're just planning. But with Mercury coming, it's in shadow. Right now it's fine. Around that time it's fine to still negotiate a car. But once it's more into shadow later in the month, and then retrograde May 29th, you really want to like read into the contracts and double, triple check and test drive like 3 times. I know that's an exaggeration, but yeah, so just make sure it's like the right one. Unless you can wait till like, I think past June and just be really clear. Anyway, so on May 12th, Mercury in Gemini is trining Saturn in Aquarius. That's between your 4th and your 12th house. So this is a real benefit between family life, home life, and it's really in harmony with the structures you're taking for like, it's structuring you spiritually. Like family, the communications with family is giving you a lot of spiritual structure, a lot of spiritual discipline. It's feeding you spiritually in a very efficient way, because Saturn's there being efficient. So it's very healthy for you right now. Family is very healthy for you because your spiritual life feeds into 12th becomes first house, and that's like what people see. So they're going to see like this new Pisces coming and emerging. Now, May 13th, to add to that new emerging Pisces, you have 6:36 p.m. Eastern Time, 3:36 Pacific Time. I hope I said that right. 6:36 Eastern Time, 6:36 p.m. Eastern Time, 3:36 p.m. Pacific Time. Mercury is in shadow, so the communications, it's already happening. But yeah, Jupiter's entering Pisces, and that's in your first house. So there's expansion for you. There's benefit. There's beneficial things coming for you. People can see you glow. People can see you grow. Like they see that you're wanting to like have all this energy to like do things. That's wonderful, and it's important that you do it. Use that energy, because this is a very auspicious time for you guys, and it's really great. Now on the 13th, you have the Sun, vital Sun in Taurus, and it's sextiling Neptune in Pisces. That's between your third and your first house. So the Sun in Taurus in your third house, there's like vitality in communication, and that's really blessing your imagination. It's blessing you. It's blessing your chart ruler. It's literally blessing you. The communications you're getting from your day to day. Let's say you're really wanting to drive places, and that's really filling you to the max. You're making good connections possibly as well. Now, Sun in Taurus on the 17th, trining Pluto in Capricorn, and even more benefit between that 3rd and 11th house. So your communications, you've been driving around, you've had all this need to communicate and see people, and it's really helping that transform your group dynamic, your group of friends, you could be talking about deep things with friends, and it's really beautiful communication. Pluto in Capricorn is deep. It's not only transformative, but it's not just superficial. It's very deep. So yeah, you're getting really you're reconnecting with friends and reconnecting with on social media as well, having wonderful deep conversations as well. So yeah, on May 19th, the next couple days later, at 3:12 p.m. Eastern Time, which is 12:12 p.m. around noon Pacific Time, we have what's a first quarter moon, but the important thing is it's a 29 Leo. So there's like a lot of strong Leo energy there at that critical last degree. And that's in your 6th house. So you can be feeling very playful in your day. You could be feeling this need to like be really showy on this day in your routine, whatever you're doing, just have all this playful energy. That's really good. And on the 19th, we have Venus in Gemini, and it's trining Saturn in Aquarius. So with all this playful, great energy on this day for your day-to-day life, and it's also for your health. You're feeling playful in health as well as to find playful new ways to find a health routine. You have an aspect between home and your spirituality. So you're using all this creativity in your day-to-day, and there's a lot of love from the home that you're feeling at home. And, you're getting that Saturn Aquarius, you're getting that structure spiritually through this as well. That's really nice. Now on May 20th at 3:37 p.m. Eastern Time, which is 12:37 p.m. Pacific Time, we have Saturn entering Gemini. That's in your 4th house. So you're feeling like a butterfly with home and with family. You're just wanting to get out there and just interact. Okay, so on the 21st, we have a square between this vitality you have from this home life and everything, and between that and Jupiter and Pisces in your 1st. So, all this vitality you're having for home and family and everything, how is there some kind of resolution you're trying to find between you and your family? There's this expansive energy, boundless energy coming from you, and how is it seeking to find a balance with the family? There's a lot of vitality in your family and home, but it's a different type of vitality. It's like maybe it's more logical, and you're so dreamy, and so you just have to find like the logic and the emotion, like a balance between the logic of your family and your emotion, your expansive, your dreams. Maybe plan out how to manifest those dreams would be really nice. Now on the 22nd, there's that planning out notion. Maybe your family's communicating with you, really wanting to plan out some dreams you're having, for yourself and maybe for them as well. So on May 23rd at 5:19 a.m. Eastern Time, which is 4:32, right? 4:32 a.m. Pacific Time, Saturn is turning retrograde. That's a big deal. It's a big player planet, big, heavy hitter planet. And it's happening in your 12th house. So you're reviewing your spiritual life. You're reviewing structures you made in spirituality for your life. And, you're seeing, where can I structure maybe my spiritual life? How can I structure, whether you go to, if you go to a church or you go somewhere, how can I fit it in with my time at home and all this kind of stuff? So, or you're just trying to find, you're appreciating all the growth that you've had spiritually and all the structure you've had there. It's that kind of day. So on May 26th, we have at 7:14 a.m. Eastern Time, which is 6:54 a.m. Pacific Time, this full moon total lunar eclipse. It's a big deal, but you're asleep. Most of us are in bed. Some of us might be waking up early to this, and it's in 5 degrees Sagittarius, and it's your 10th house. So you're waking up to big realizations about career, about your goals. It hasn't necessarily been on your mind with all this day-to-day activity, communications and home and spiritual life. And then boom, this topic that might have been happening under the surface subconsciously about your career, your legacy, your higher aspirations, which is 10th house, maybe an authority figure that you wanted to spend time with or whatever. It just comes up, and it's very emotional because lunar eclipses are like full moons on steroids. All this comes to the surface about what do I want to do, with my goals, with my career, with my legacy. So all these themes are coming up, and you're saying, well, what do I want to leave behind? What's heavy baggage to do with my goals? Are there too many? How can I refine them so I can be more powerful in them and more powerful in my legacy that I leave behind or that I want to leave behind in the future? Now on the 27th, Venus in Gemini is squaring Neptune in Pisces. This is between your 4th and your 1st house. So again, this dynamic with family and you. There's a lot of love coming from your family. Very playful, loving, fast-moving, wonderful energy. And it's a little bit in contrast, but it's also nudging you with your dreamy energy, your which feeds you. It's your dreams. It's this imagination you have that's really personal to you. And so, but how can your family, that's coming from a very loving aspect, how can you guys make it happen? How can you make these dreams come true, for you and them? And on May 29th at 6:34 p.m. Eastern Time, which is 3:34 p.m. Pacific Time, Mercury is going retrograde. Another huge happening. There's big things happening towards the end of the month. And this is in your 4th house, so a family again. So you're reviewing, you're continuing, you're working with your family. Mercury loves to be in Gemini, it knows what to do there. So you're working with your family's working with you to communicate and to work on communications or appreciate all the strides and movements you made in communication. Or maybe you guys are going on reviewing short trips you've taken, maybe wanting to do that in the future, but in a better way, more in a freer flow of, I don't know, maybe you want to fix a car or something like that, or fix something in the home. It could also be, it's in the 4th house, so you want things to run smoother in the home, so you're going to review and readjust things. That's wonderful. Now, even better, on the same day, on the 29th, Mercury in Gemini is conjunct Venus in Gemini, so it's a grand opening to this big review in communications in the home, but then there's like there's loving Venus there, and it's like, I'm going to help you. I want to help you assess your communications. I want to help you fix whatever is in the home that you're like, this needs to run better, in a loving way, like, and let's have coffee, and let's have lunch. Kind of like a very beautiful, wonderful helper. Now, in the last day of May, the 31st, we're ending it on a high note, because we have a nurturing Mars in Cancer, trining Neptune in Pisces. So there's nurturing action coming from your fifth house, and it's nurturing you. It's nurturing your imagination. It's saying, yes, Pisces, I see you. And this could be your own creativity. This could be coming from children, because fifth house is also children. So you have children in your life that are like saying, yes, we see your dreams, we love it, and we're going to talk to the parents, or we're going to talk to, if you're the parent, we're going to work with you to make this dream happen, to realize your dream, and in turn help nurture the children. If you're single and dating, fifth house could also be if you're single dating, if you don't have children. And if you have children, if you're single, there could be a dating life there too. And it's getting like, there's nurturing action coming from the dating life. So something's nurturing you, the dates are nurturing you, and they're giving you this really good energy. They're helping you they're part of your dream, or they're fulfilling a dream for you, or they're helping you fulfill a dream as well. They're giving you this good energy. So yeah, with that, your month is looking pretty great. There are shifts in the month, which at moments can feel like moments of growth, but it's wonderful. 2021 is big change, and it's big growth, and it's steps forward. So yes, thank you, Pisces, for joining me today for your May review and your the rest of May. And I hope to see you here in June, early June, because I'm already working on June for everyone. And yeah, so thank you so much for being here. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment, and hope to see you guys in June. And yeah, thank you so much, and have a great May.